Well, Coach, first thing, what was the scrimmage like yesterday? Did you see the things you needed to see?
Yeah, we Thursday. Yeah, it was
Thursday, sorry.
Yeah, all my days are messed up, like everybody else's probably. I thought it was good. I thought it was competitive, and I thought a couple things that we wanted to see. We got a chance to see. I mean, we got a chance to correct some stuff. We had officials here, so had some corrections based on penalties called, a lot of teaching opportunities. Thought, we came out, we practiced hard. It was, fourth practice in a row, and I think we lost our legs a little bit, but thought they grinded through it, thought we got better, thought it was good and competitive, and, thought we got what we needed to out of it.
Wednesday you talked about consistency and just showing up with energy every day. Have you seen that consistency?
Yeah, very much so. I thought today was really good. I mean, look, I'm always worried about off days, and when you give a team an off day, a lot of times they come back and they're sluggish the next day. I told the guys after practice, I was really impressed with the way that they bounced back off of having yesterday off, and really had one of our best practices of fall camp today, if not the best. And so, that's unusual to have that practice 10. So I was really encouraged by the work ethic and, the way the guys practiced, and just, from the very beginning. I was really impressed. It was very competitive. Guys were playing faster. You can see that they're starting to understand things. So I was really happy. I mean, guys that you've been waiting for them to start to make plays are starting to make plays. Savion Williams is one that comes to mind in particular. I think the last 3 or 4 practices, he's really practiced at the level that we need him to play at. So I've been impressed with that. Bud Clark's been a guy that's been incredibly consistent, made a ton of plays. And, it's just good to see competitive, teams go at it, and guys that are competing for spots. We got a lot of depth. I mean, that's the one thing I like about this team is that there's enough depth. You may have been a starter around here for a couple of years, but someone's, likely pushing you for your job, and that's what you want. So some of these veterans that have started a lot of games are getting pushed not only by young guys, but sometimes transfers. And so that makes everybody better, and I'm encouraged by that.
I know this question's probably getting a little old, but
Yeah.
Is there any kind of separation at quarterback at all?
I think it's kind of been back and forth a little bit. I think, I was thinking about it last night. I remember when Steve Spurrier was at Florida, they went every play, and just substituted every play. And so we got 3 quarterbacks. It'd be kind of fun to just, run one of them out there and another one and just have 3 of them. So, we'll kind of see how it plays out.
Give them to play on the sideline.
Yeah, get them to play on the sideline. That's right. And have them, run it in. That way you don't have to do signals and all that. Look, I feel good about that position. That's the bottom line. And I think all the guys have improved. I mean, obviously, Sam to me has made the biggest jump just because, he just hadn't had a lot of reps. And so he's a guy that, every day we go out there just gets a little better, just gets a little more comfortable in the pocket, makes a little better decisions. And so, the other 2 guys have been back and forth and up and down. The good thing is I think that there's been much more up. I'm starting to see more consistency from that group overall. And I thought today was one of the better days we've had at the quarterback position. So, we'll go in and look at the tape and just kind of keep looking at it. But, I think everybody around here is comfortable with the guys we have, and I don't think anybody really cares that much who the starting quarterback is. And certainly, I don't think the players do. And so we'll kind of see how it plays out. And like I said, I mean, it's like every other position on our team. If you feel good about 2 guys, that's a good thing. I think we'd like to have a starter that plays every play, but if we play one play at a time, then that's what we'll do.
You've said a couple times, going all the way back to the spring, that sometimes the head coach is the last guy to know.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that maybe is?
Oh, I don't know. I think probably. I mean, I think that's the, I think this is a little bit different because typically there is, one of them just doesn't play well, and that's just hadn't been the case. You know what I mean? I think the guys have all come on and have improved, and I think we all, again, feel good about that position. And I think that's what you do at every position. You look at it and you go, okay, how many O-linemen do we have that we think we can win with? And then you figure out a way to play them all. And then I think you do the same thing at receiver, do the same thing at D-line, and that way guys stay fresh and all that type of thing. And so, we'll see, how it plays out. And, who, gets hot as we continue to go on. But, I think everybody's comfortable with what's happening right now. And, we're still a week away from really game planning much and doing a lot of specific work for the opener. So once that happens, then, we'll kind of see where it takes us.
We were talking about the cornerbacks earlier. How talented is that group for you guys, especially those maybe top 4 or 5 guys?
Yeah, good. I mean, I think they're very, very good. I think they have a lot of upside. Again, you've got some guys that have, been good players around here in the past, and some of those guys have had ups and downs and injuries and that kind of thing. But the talent level is really good. I think the accountability is much improved and where we want it. I think the guys are getting much more coachable and listening and responding to criticism better. And so I think as a result, there's been a ton of improvement. And so, and there's competition. I think at the end of the day, that's what's happened probably is some of the guys that have been starters around here for a long time have seen these other guys start to push them and challenge them a little bit. And instead of getting settled in and kind of going through the motions, all of a sudden, they better come ready to practice every day. And so that's happening. And when that happens, it elevates the entire group. And that's what I like. And those guys are all athletic. They all can run. I'm encouraged by that group every day in practice. I think they literally get better every day. And then we're starting to get some of those young guys are starting to come on and push them as well. So that's encouraging.
Coach, is there anything specific you want to look for or get done within the next few days?
Well, we just got to get, our execution cleaned up, That's the biggest thing. I think that's the thing that the scrimmage, opened everybody's eyes as far as that's concerned, because there's nowhere to hide, when you're out there scrimmaging. And you've got to, you got to make sure that you're doing the little things correct, whether it's, lining up properly, offensively and defensively, making sure that you're in the right spot. All those things are important. And so when you get out there and you start playing and you're on the 12th play of a drive, you start to get a little tired, and that's when you need to learn how to really focus in and pay attention and be accountable. And I think we're still learning that. And I think it was good for us to get out and have that scrimmage. And it was good for our players to realize, look, we're not anywhere close to where we need to be yet. We've had some flashes of good things, but a lot of work needs to be done. And I think that's what scrimmaging does for you.
You mentioned special teams as being maybe a little bit ahead of it earlier this week. I noticed today Amani Bailey out there really working hard. How important is it to have a guy who can contribute on offense and is willing to do what he needs to do?
Yeah. I mean, look, here's the bottom line. If you're, if you want to get on the plane to go to Boulder, you better play on teams. I mean, that's just the way it is. And so, there's a lot of guys I think that realize they're kind of on that bubble between, 50 and 75, and you want to get on that bus to go. You better be on teams. You better be good on teams. And there's a lot of athletic guys in this program, and so as a result, there's a lot of competition for those special team spots. So the effort's been good. We're still cleaning up some execution type things. We're trying to get some young guys in there, and you have growing pains sometimes when you do that. But but I'm encouraged by what I've seen so far.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.